he was really a very powerful influence well before he became foreign minister. Much, how developed and nuanced his understanding was of the world, of the contemporary world, the world in which he operated. All of us know Atal Bihari Vajpayee as one of our great prime ministers. I think this ministry has a special claim on him as a foreign minister as well. And not just as a foreign minister, as someone who actively contributed to foreign policy, who even shaped foreign policy as a parliamentarian. So for many of us who actually followed foreign policy debates in the public domain, in the parliament, he was really a very powerful influence well before he became foreign minister. Now, I of course have a particular reason to remember him as foreign minister. When I joined the foreign service, he was the first foreign minister I had the privilege of meeting. But when we look back at his contributions as prime minister, as foreign minister, as a parliamentarian, as someone who really shaped the larger Indian national security and public policy discourse, there are different aspects that come to mind. One which I think the film brought out was, in a sense, what today we would call cultural rebalancing, which is projecting India's culture, history, traditions on an international stage. But as a practitioner, I think what is particularly important and today very relevant to note is how much, how developed and nuanced his understanding was of the world, of the contemporary world, the world in which he operated. And quite apart from the statecraft which is involved in leading a nation like India, the realism that really characterized many of his decisions and approaches. We saw that in the manner in which he transformed the relationship with the United States in the post-Cold War environment, recognizing really how much more important and consequential that relationship had become for Indian national interest. The manner in which he imparted continuity and stability to our ties with Russia. And really one looks at that period, starting from the time when he was foreign minister till his prime ministership and beyond, that at a time when so many important relationships in the world were changing, there was a very unique steadiness about the India-Russia relationship, and I think a lot of it had to do with the personal understanding and the efforts which were made by Prime Minister Vajpayee.
1st February 2023, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will present the last full union budget before 2024 elections. India's most awaited financial event comes in the midst of global slowdown, inflation, liquidity tightening, geopolitical tensions, and re-emergence of COVID-19. Will India look to fire up its manufacturing? Will India build a moat against global uncertainties? What will the budget have for the middle class? Watch the complete coverage of Budget 2023. Real-time analysis, expert takes all day on Moneycontrol. Log on to www.moneycontrol.com for more.